everyone, it's Connie with SimplySimpleStamping.com. I'm so glad that you could join us for November 2014 Stampin' Gals Gone Wild. You know, my theme this month is all about the yumminess about the holidays. I love Christmas goodies. It's like my favorite thing in the world. So what a perfect time in November to get you all ready for creating some really great packaging for all those great recipes that you have waiting. Well, today I'm kind of excited about this project because it has to do with one of my all-time favorite things, chocolate. Oh. Well, this little gift bag was so simple to make. Look, it's even got, I've made a little bottom for it. This is with one of our Gusseted bags. I love how this little project came out. It's very wintry with the little dangling snowflake right there. It's so cute. But let me tell you, what's really great about it, even though I think the packaging is awfully sweet, it's what's inside that's fantastic. And just for fun, I'm going to include the recipe on how to make these little chocolate nut goodies. They are fantastic. It's my mom's favorite recipe, and she shared it with me. So I'm going to share it with you. Don't tell. All right, let's get going with our packaging. All right, well, to get started, we're going to use that quarter sheet of Whisper White Cardstock and then the frame from the Letterpress Winter. I'm going to ink this up in Smoky Slate. Kind of gives it a nice little wintry feel. Remember, I've got photopolymer, so I do have my Stampin' Mat underneath me. And that's going to give us that nice crisp image. And at this point, we're going to go ahead and use the Big Shot to start cutting some things out. And we're going to be using the Deco Label Framelits. And because we really want to make sure these stay in place, the magnetic platform is going to be a must-have right here. So let me come in with the framelit. Whoops, that's not the one. Let me bring it in so you guys can see. It looks like it's going to be the fourth from the smallest. So, or the third from the largest, whichever way you want to look at it. And we're going to line that up. And you can see this is going to allow us to really center that frame up exactly where we want it. We're going to run that through the Big Shot, but while you're there, while you have this framelit out, we're going to do one of those in the pool party. The other pool party, we're going to come in with the second to largest one. It will fit on there perfectly, and we're going to run that one through. So we should be able to get both of those on our platform. You're going to run those through as well. So when you're all done, this is what we're going to have. Let me come in with this one because we have to do just a little scoring. So I'm going to come in with a ruler and see this little point right here, this little swirly, this little half circle guy. We're going to come in between those points with a ruler. And I'm just going to give it a score. I'm using my scoring tool, but guys, I mean, anything that you have will probably do it just fine. We just need to have a little score mark there. So we can now go and adhere this to the front of the bigger Deco Framelit. Very simple. Okay, that's not too hard, right? Now this one here, we only want to put adhesive on this little fold. Okay, so let's get some adhesive right there. I want to go kind of heavy because it is going to really kind of hold things on. I'm going to flip this over, line it up, make sure I get everything all centered. Now you can see I have a topper for my bag. Very cool, right? Let's come in with that let's see, that was a 4 1/4 by 2 3/4 of Pool Party. And we're going to punch out 2 decorative label punches. And to work on these, as many of you have seen me use this trick before, we cut one long ways and we cut one short ways. And see these little points? Let's get those off of there because they can show. Don't worry, none of this is going to show, so you can see I don't have to get all crazy and make sure I'm like a perfectionist and stuff. So we've got that. We're now going to come in with that 4 by 2 1/2 piece of Whisper White. Now in advance, I did go ahead and stamp. I stamped the For You, that's from the Letterpress Winter, and a little Num Num for your Tum Tum. That one, the sentiment, we're going to punch out with the decorative label punch. And then the For You, I'm actually going to come in with the 1 1/4 inch scallop circle just to give it a little something extra. All right, we're done with that. Now let me show you how we're going to use these pieces right here. If you'll put some snail here along the long edges of your sentiment, and then watch this. We're just going to make layering pieces, just like so. Whoops, I got a little crooked. Well, I'll have to fix that in a minute because you guys don't want to watch me fix crooked. Okay, so I've got that one. There we go. Now I can put snail along these two edges, and we can layer on the outside. Isn't that great? It's a really fun technique, and it also makes this really good and sturdy. While I've got that in my hands, I'm going to come in with the 1/16 inch hole punch, and right here at this point, just above it, we're just going to punch a hole, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that here in a minute. This one here, this For You, I'm going to put a Stampin' Dimensional right in the middle of it, and I had you pre-punch, if I can pick it up, there we go, a 1 3/8 inch glimmer circle. And so I'm just going to adhere that, center it up. Well, come on. There we go. So I've got that centered. So now my sentiments are done. And we're ready to start kind of putting this together. Before I put this down, I took one of these beautiful snowflakes. Oh, I can't remember what these things are called. They're awesome is what they're called. They're just beautiful. I've got it on some baker's twine. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slide that. Hopefully, you know, I got to lick it. Okay, sorry. You guys know the lick technique, don't you? All right. Okay, it's going to fight me. All right, there we go. So I finally got that to go through. I finally decided to like me. And I'm going to show you a fun little trick. First of all, I tried to tie this, and it was really kind of a pain in the neck. So what I'm going to do, you can see, let me move this out of the way. I'm on the back side here. Kind of decide about how far you want it to dangle. I'm going to maybe about a 1/2 inch or so. I don't want it to come off too far. And I'm going to come back in with my Stampin' Dimensionals and watch this. Rather than fight this thing, I'm going to press it on there with a Stampin' Dimensional. It's not going anywhere now. And that makes me very happy. And so I can trim off this extra. And now you can see I have this great dangling snowflake without bulk back here. It's awesome. Let's put a couple more dimensionals here on the back. And we're going to adhere this to the center of this great little bag topper. I mean, is that cute or what? I'm loving it. Okay, so we've got that. Isn't that great? I love it. Okay, let's get on now. We're going to move on to the bag itself. So I've got my bag here, and I had you cut a 4 1/4 by 2 inch piece of Pool Party. So let me show you why I'm going to do that. These are gusseted bags. I love gusseted bags because I hate when I'm trying to use a flat bag and I have to kind of force it to be gusseted. So you can see this little piece of paper, this little piece of cardstock is going to go in there and give me a flat bag. Now, I know it's probably kind of hard to see there on the video, and it will do much better when I have candy inside it. At this point, you're going to fill it with the candy, and we're just going to fold this down, and then we can put some Scotch tape right here. Yes, good old Scotch tape does the job. Okay, so we'll have that there. And now to adhere our bag topper, this is really simple. We're just going to open it up. I'm going to stay kind of here in the center and just put some snail adhesive just like that. Let's come along with our bag. I'm going to open this up. You can see I can kind of just slide it right down in there. Top off my bag. Super cute, right? This one here, this little For You that we had, just some snail is going to hold it onto the bag just fine. We're going to put that right down there in the corner. And now you can kind of see when it's all put together with the candy in it, just what a great little gift that's going to be. Well, guys, that is all you need to create this really fantastic gift. Talk about a perfect gift for a coworker or a neighbor, you know, someone you want to do a little something for. And as I said, this recipe is going to make tons of these little chocolate covered peanuts, and they are delish. I always get a lot of comments on them. So I hope that you'll give that a try. If anything, fill it with your Christmas candies, Christmas cookies, whatever. But what a fun little tag. And whether you change it up and do it in Christmas colors, whatever makes you happy, it really is a really great packaging. So let's make sure we give that one a try this holiday. What do you think? Well, hey everybody, thanks so much for being a part of Stampin' Gals Gone Wild. Jose and I truly appreciate how loyal you are to using your hostess code. And thank you for giving us the opportunity to share these videos with you every month. So remember, you can order any of the supplies you need throughout the year at simplysimplestamping.com if you're in the United States. And if you're in Canada, stampingjoe.com is where you can order all of your Stampin' Up! Supplies. Guys, thanks so much for being here this month, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.